Hey everyone, it's Allison Sullivan with Stamp Crazy with Allison. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in New Westminster, British Columbia in Canada. And welcome to my Wednesday Live. I was thinking I might have to postpone it to later in the day. If you are like me, this is a very busy time of year, isn't it? And I was in a dreaded post office lineup, tick tock. So um, I'm glad I made it home in time. I've literally rushed in. Here I am. Hi, Keisha. How are you? Anyway, it's been one of those busy days. Good thing is, it's a beautiful day in Vancouver, absolutely gorgeous. And I had to drive over to, if you live around here, you know what I'm saying. I had to drive over to the North Shore, which can be dicey because there's bridges. You never know with bridges. But it was good. Everything was fine. So I made it there and back. I got my hair done, so I'm glad I got it done for today. It never looks this good. So thanks to my wonderful hairdresser who makes me look better than normal. Hi, Leanne. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. And good morning to a Facebook user. I can't see your name, so I'm sorry, but thanks for coming. Keisha, you would let me know if you can't hear me, so I'm assuming you can hear me because you would let me know otherwise. We're going to be playing with some new product today. I'm going to show you. Let me just do this. Split screen. There we go. It never does. I love when the stylus does it, right? I said that to her. I need to take you home and put you in my pocket and pull you out. Anyway, we're going to be using a new stamp set that's part of a new suite. Now, this, when I say new, it's coming in the January to April 2023 mini catalog. So while you can't order it right now, I did put this card that I'm going to show you up on my blog the other day, or last week, I guess. I was entered in a contest, and many of you voted for me, which I really appreciated. So I came in number 2, so that's great. So I get to participate in a blog hop at the end of the month. So thanks for doing that. Hi, Donna. How are you today? Oh, yeah, it was. That's the one we're going to do today. Anybody else? Nope, we're good. Okay. Well, let's get started because a lot of you popped on quite quickly. So normally we have to wait a minute or so. While we're waiting, I guess I could say, you're hanging in there. Oh, Donna. Bless you. Glad you're hanging in there, kid. Keep hanging in there. I wanted to let you guys know, sorry, to mark your calendars because on January 28th, my partner in crime in Canada, Ange McKay, and I are doing our catalog launch party. So this is the catalog launch for Celebration and for the January to April 2023 mini catalog. And I'm going to be showing you the products that we're going to be using in our class on the 28th. And it's going to be a really great deal and you're going to love it. So we'll show you that afterwards. I'm just waiting for people to pop in. Hello from Stamp Chatter. Well, that sounds like my buddy Leanne. Is that my buddy Leanne from Stamp Chatter? Hi, Ellie. How are ya? Okay, guys. Well, we might as well get started. Now, last time, you guys, it kept popping in and out. It kept making instead of just looking at my screen where I'm creating, it kept putting us side by side. So I'm going to keep track and keep an eye on that. Leanne is my Stamp Chatter who's popped on here. Leanne is my savior because she does all my cards that I need for my customers and my team. And I count on her so much. We've been friends. We met through Stampin' Up! 20 years ago. And we were like, we would never have met otherwise. And we're like besties. So yeah, Jacqueline, I saw that was you, hon. I can see your name. You're good. Let's get started, shall we? Okay, so we've got the Seaside Base stamp set. Look at this. Now, if you're a West Coast dweller or an East Coast or anywhere in between, this is really a gorgeous stamp set. It's just got the little, what are those called? Went right under my head. Not kingfishers, but little birds on the shore there. We've got the oyster or the clam with the pearl. We've got the crab and the mussel, and then the conch, and then the words. Look at the sentiments. We've got that, mixed font, which is so beautiful. Just really nice, right? Oh, we've also got other little things down here. So there we go. Now, this stamp set is beautiful the way it is, but look, it comes with matching dies, or coordinating dies. Now, I can't show you the picture of this in the catalog because that's against the rules. I can't do that until January the 5th. But if you're my customer and you've been a customer of mine and you're an active customer, start looking for your mini catalogs coming in the mail. They'll come at different times, Donna. I send myself one, Donna, just to see the timing. And so when I get mine, I'll know that you guys will have gotten yours. Sandpipers. I knew it was a sand something. Thank you, Diane. So this is the mini catalog. Okay, and it goes live January 5th. And then, of course, January and February is celebration. So whenever you make a purchase of $60 or more from any of our available products, it doesn't just have to be from the mini, you can pick a free reward, which I also can't show you. But soon we'll be able to. So we've got the stamps and the dies. Now, what else is in this suite of products? Well, we've got this really pretty two-tone ribbon. It's very delicate, balmy blue with white. And it is, let's see here, 1/2 inch or 1.3 centimeters. There's 10 yards, and they call it variegated, I guess, because it's blue on the top and white on the bottom, which is kind of neat. Okay, so lots of that. Then we've got these fabulous, look at these embellishments, flat adhesive back pearls. Don't they look like mother of pearl? Aren't they gorgeous? Love that. And then I always think the star of all of our products is the designer series paper. And wait till you see this. Now, that doesn't look that exciting, but I love this. Look at this. We've got these beautiful prints, but it's got the, silver embossed here. Look at this. Doesn't that look like the seashore? It certainly looks like Spanish banks around where I live. So we got these funky kind of geometrics. Now, what I love about the 6x6 papers is you get 4 each of 12 designs. You get 48 sheets. There's another one where it looks like the sand with the water, right? Well, look at this with the shells. Can you see the shimmer in that? Isn't that gorgeous? And look at the little bird and the crab. So cute. Oh, look, little school of fish. And then we've got that gold embossed look on there. Some seashells. This is really gorgeous, isn't it? This looks like, the different layers in sand or rock to me. And then we've got this really pretty subtle kind of clam look. And then look at the other side. We've got, oh, that was 2 of the same. Oh, 2 of the same. Oh, there we go. Oh, I thought I had different ones. I guess not. I didn't pull them all. Oh, well, trust me. Here's some more that we haven't seen yet. We haven't seen that one. Isn't that gorgeous? Anyway, 12 designs. I didn't choose those too wisely. 48 sheets. All right, let's get started on our card. I'm going to start with basic white. Now I'm using the thick. You don't have to. You can use the regular weight, which is still a nice weight. But this is nice if you're making, if you want a card front and you're putting a lot of stuff on it. It kind of holds it. I'm not trying to say not holds it, but it creates a nice surface for it. It's not too, the stuff doesn't become so heavy and it becomes like floppy. It's a substantial cardstock. So I think it's 110-pound weight. So I've cut it to 8.5 by 5.5, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. Like I said, if you just joined me, I literally ran in from the hairdresser, and for me to get to the hairdresser, round trip is about an hour and a half. Plus, you're sitting there for 2.5 hours. So I always am exhausted on hair day. Call it hair day. So I didn't think I was going to get home in time, but I did. Okay, so look at this paper. I hope you can see this. Can you see how it's got that mother of pearl look on some of those muscles? Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And then there's the other side. So I cut this 4 by 4, and we are going to glue that down to the front of my card.
I like when you get your hair done. You know, it always looks so nice that first day, doesn't it? And yesterday I got my nails done, so they're nice and short. I really was struggling with them in the last week. They were getting so long. I looked like a cat. Anyway, nice and short, like they're right down to the level. Love that. So you sort of feel, I don't know, pampered when you get everything done, don't you? All right, so that's that. And I think I can set that aside. Yes. Now, I'm going to bring in, that's that kind of wood look, almost like you'd see down on at the wharf, right? I'm going to be stamping on this piece, but I want to cut it out. And I'm going to use the Stylish Shape dies. Love these. There are squares. There's, 5 squares, 5 circles, and we've also got these really cool labels. And what's really cool about them is it's a stitch line at the same time. So I want to use one of the square ones to cut out my, that might be too small. Let me just make sure I've got the right size here. Nope, that's not it. I'm wondering if I actually, oh, I did use this. Ooh, didn't give myself much space, did I? So let's stamp first, since I didn't give myself a lot of space there. Hi, Carly. How are you, sweetie? Let's use this one here. So this is the sand with the shells. Okay, here it is. And right, we've got, I'm going to stamp it with crumb cake. And I'm just going to stamp it along the bottom here, like that, and then like that. That's all I want to do. I just wanted to give it just a very subtle cut there. Now we can go ahead and cut this. Because I'm making quite a precise cut, I haven't given myself a whole lot of extra paper. I'm going to just anchor that in place, okay? Let me just lower this a titch, you guys. I'm a little far away if you want to see what I'm actually stamping, okay? So grab my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss. Okay, we've got our platform number 3, or plate 3, our plate 2, our DSP, our die cut, and another plate 2. And we'll just run that through. Okay. Thanks for voting for me if you voted for my card. I really appreciate it. It's a contest that a demonstrator in Australia, Kylie Bertucci, she does this, and anyone can join it. And you enter the contest, like you put your card up and people vote on it. And then if you make the top 10, you get to join a hop at the end of the month. So I get to join a hop. So I appreciate you guys supporting me. Can you see that, how it's just kind of subtle there? Let's glue. Look at that side. Look at that, the gold. So pretty. Really is gorgeous. You're going to love this paper. I think you're going to love this whole suite, but you're really going to love this paper. Okay. Now I'm going to mount that on a piece of Night of Navy. The Night of Navy is cut 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. So you can see that we are barely have a little edge around there just to define it, give it some, you know, like a focal point for that piece. Does that make sense? Okay, so that piece will eventually go here, but not until we put some ribbon around it. My original card had some blue ribbon, but I think I'm going to run linen thread. This is linen thread. Just going to do this because I think it kind of looks like something you would see at the wharf, you know, on those piles that are there and they're coming out of the water and, you know, the birds sit on the top. You know what I mean? Can't really think clearly today. Like I said, literally ran in from the hairdresser. Okay, now I think I want to have it about, let's kind of see where we want that. Yeah, I think that looks good. I think we're going to have that tie off there. And when I finish, I'll show you the other card that I entered in the contest. You can see the ribbon versus the linen thread. And then we'll just cut that off like that. I think that looks good. Okay, so now we can go ahead and pop this up. I want it to have some height off there. You are expecting rain, and I know I saw that. My daughter's just saying in Toronto they're expecting snow tomorrow. Well, I hate to tell you, Carly. Carly's coming here on Sunday. Guess what we're getting on Sunday, Carl? Yep, snow. I don't know how much. They're afraid to tell us, I think. They just kind of feed us gradually. It's going to get colder. Then the next day they go, well, it's going to get a little colder, and then overnight lows, and then they gradually work up to, we're going to have a bit of a snow event. But they don't tell you how much snow. So maybe it's better not to know. Anyway, that's what we've got so far. Okay. Now, I want to cut out some other little items. We're going to grab, look at all this stuff that you get in the die cut. Look at this. I love this. Just grab it. Come out of here. You cut this out. Oh, it's stuck in there onto that glue. You know, when you first get these, honest to Pete, how did they get them to stick so much? Oh my gosh. What the hey? Hey. There we go. Whew. Okay, so when you cut this out, it's like a little closing clam. Isn't that cute? I need this piece, which sort of looks like grass, right? I am going to need this clam oyster here. And then I've got other little bits. You know that image I did earlier, it actually has a die that cuts that out, which is nice. We got these little clams. Look at the little sandpipers. Thanks for telling me what those were, Diane. Appreciate that. Okay, so let's set this and cut out some things. I forgot to bring over a little tiny piece of crumb cake. So I'm going to grab that and I'll be right back. Here we go. I love crumb cake. Crumb cake is a color that really actually goes with tons of different colors. It's a very helpful neutral. I find it goes with brights. It goes with other, nature type colors, but it goes with lots of different stuff. Yeah, snow and freezing rain. Oh, you guys. Leanne, yes. So Leanne is my friend from Perth, Australia. She's on the call today. And in my memories today, Leanne, the memory popped up where you and Harry and Adam came over and we spent the day down at Steve's Den. It was so fun. Remember that? Gosh, you know what, though? It seems like 100 years ago, doesn't it? Oh, it feels so long ago. Diane, who's on this call, she lives in Ladner, which is kind of a community that's very similar, kind of down by the Fraser there. Okay, so we're going to cut out that, that grass that I was telling you about out of the crumb cake, okay? I'm not making it grass. I'm making it more like reeds, I guess. Can't think of my words today. And this card would remind you of that. That's very true. Remember we got that, we went into that fun Christmas store and I think you got an ornament for your tree. I was reminded that actually Leanne, when she came to visit me, she brought me a koala bear ornament for my tree. So whenever I put up my tree, I'm reminded of that, Leanne. You guys have got to come back. Come on back. Okay, we're going to just glue that on. Okay. Have you guys met people online that you met just by chance because of stamping? I mean, I've met a lot of people because, of course, I do this as a living and I meet a lot of people. But Leanne is a person from halfway around the world. She's from Australia. And we met because she likes Canada. She loves Canada. And she was looking for something. And her cousin lived in Calgary. And I was going to send something to her cousin in Calgary. Anyway, fast forward, and I don't know how did we just start like almost like pen pals, I guess, Leanne. And then she's been to visit me twice. Once she came to a club, and then a couple years later, she came back with her family, and we spent the day together. So it was really nice. Anyway, that's what we've got so far. But yes, this is going to look like Steve's did. You're quite right. Okay, you guys, you're not going to believe this stamp. Let's get our basic white, and let's get our oyster here. Oyster, right? Clam? Oyster? Yeah, pearls? Oysters? Yeah. We're going to get this image, and we're going to stamp it in Night of Navy. And you're not going to believe the detail that you're going to see on this. It's just going to be like, oh my gosh, that's so gorgeous. So let's stamp that. Look at that. Can you believe that? Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? It's hot there. I know. You're ready to get on a plane. Yeah, it was nice today. You'd like it. It was 5 or 6 today, Leanna. It's perfect. What is it, like 35 there or something? I shouldn't laugh. You poor thing. Yes, you were coming for a holiday. That's right. And you did contact me and say, can we come to a class? And we had remember it was pouring rain. It was horrible. And yeah, that was a messy night. I remember that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I didn't like this just left like that, you guys. I wanted to add something. So I picked the light crumb cake blend, and wherever it was white, I just added some crumb cake, and it just kind of calmed that down a bit. It looked a little too stark for me. But this doesn't take away too much of, doesn't take anything away from that beautiful definition of that shell. Okay, so now we're going to cut it out with the coordinating die, which we love coordinating dies. Okay. You would love Sunday, because Sunday is going to snow and you would be in heaven, wouldn't you? You'd just be like, oh my gosh, snow. Terry would not be. You watched a lady yesterday and she had the stamp upside down. Oh, so she inked it up, and oh yeah. You know what? I've been guilty of that, Diane. Luckily not on a live. But I've done that, right? Where you've put the stamp upside down on the block, and then of course it doesn't stamp. It just becomes this blob. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Love that. Okay. I noticed that normally I have my, because I'm hopeless and not losing things, right? You guys know I'm hopeless. I lose things. You know that, right? I always have my magnetic piece here. So let's just, before I start losing all my bits, because that would be like I would cry. So let me just, anything that's not glued down, let's put it on there so I know where it is. Okay. Now what are we going to do? We're going to pop this up. Bring in our card. There we go. Let's pop this. Now what I did was I folded this. Now I'm not going to fold it, but I only want this part popped up. I'm going to just let this be free flowing just so it looks like a real, like a shell that's been opened. Okay, so let's do that. Go. And now we need a sentiment. And I used thank you for everything. So let's grab that. And oh yeah, I was going to put the labels on. Now here's something funny that happened. The labels were missing from the stamp set. I've never had that happen before. But if you ever do, like you open it up and you go, oh, there's no labels. I just contacted Stampin' Up! And they're mailing me the labels. So, because normally I like to put label on the back of words just so I can see what I'm doing, right? Another piece of Night of Navy. I'm going to take my embossing buddy and my Versamark. Oh, the pearl goes on top. Oh, you're right. It does. Thanks, Diane. Does it go like that? Is that what you mean? I'm not sure what you meant. I'm just going to leave it like that because I'm not sure what you meant. So let's stamp this. Hopefully giving myself enough space. Let's add some white embossing powder so that pops. Ooh. And put that in there. Go. And then we can go ahead and heat set that. I love embossing. Do you guys like embossing? Yes. No, Harry would not like the snow. But Leanne and her whole family and her sister would just be so happy. They'll be romping around in the snow. They'll probably end up with 40-degree weather. That's Celsius, you guys. So if you live in the United States, 40 degrees is like 115, something like that. Crazy. I'm gonna make sure. Sometimes I can't see. That's set. Yeah, that looks good. Now, same set that we used earlier, you know, with the square, the stylish shapes. We're going to grab one of the labels. So let's see which one we can get away with here. I think this one would work. Let's see. Yep. That works. Yep. And, you know, my funky eye that I have, right? You've never done embossing, Donna? It's quite fun, especially at Christmas. Gold and silver is so pretty when they're embossed. It just takes a bit of practice to get the hang of it. When I first started embossing many, many years ago, nobody really told me how to do it. And at one point, if you go too long, you literally turn the paper brown because it's burnt, right? I think I actually set a piece on fire once. My sister Mo said, so you can stop now. When the paper goes on fire, then you're safe to stop. All right. Bring back our card. Let's pop this up too, right? Did you know that we have Stampin' Dimensionals in black? Well, yes, we do. Yes, madam. Which is great when using dark paper because you can't see the white. Just going to put that like that. Okay. Now to finish this off, where are those stunningly gorgeous flat adhesive back pearls? Love these. I mean, these literally look like little pearls inside a oyster here. Okay. It's amazing they can make these right out of just sand. Amazing. There we go. So there's our card. So that was the one we made today. But then the one I made for my contest, here we go. The contest, right? Had this ribbon on it instead of the twine. And actually it stands out a little bit better. This one is a little more subtle. I think they're both nice though. Yes, you would, Donna. It's not probably a good idea with your lung thing. Yeah. That's okay. You can just stamp an image. You don't have to emboss it. Let me show you one more card made with this set. Ooh, here's one with the crab. Isn't that cute? So easy. And look at that beautiful, beautiful shimmery paper. Love it. Okay. So let me show you some stuff. We haven't got our registration up yet, Ange and I, but we've been making cards with this adorable stamp set suite of products. Rain or shine. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Look at these animals. Look at that turtle. Love the turtle. Look at the pig. So cute. And then umbrellas. And then I love this sheet. The daisies with the sky. Isn't that pretty? So there's 12 by 12, and we cut them down to 6 by 12, and you get the equivalent of half a pack. And then there's the other side. So that's part of the class. You're going to get that. You're going to get a full container of the loose daisy embellishments. So pretty. You're going to get the raindrops embossing folder. Now, if you've already got this, you can substitute something else because demonstrators sometimes have those already. So that's part of the class. You're going to get all of that. You're going to get 12 cards. So 6 designs, 2 of each. And we're charging $50. So you're getting a lot for $50. And then you would buy the Playing in the Rain stamps and the, what's the name of this? Let's see. Oh, I think it's probably called Playing in the Rain dies. I think they're starting to name them the same thing, which is very helpful to demonstrators. Aren't they cute? It's so cute. And these dies cut out the images, but they also cut out some of the printed images in the DSP. So fun. So that's January 28th, Saturday, January 28th. That's the class. If you can't come live, we record everything. Okay. And then I have an add-on class on Sunday, the 29th, using Best Day. How cute is this? Look at this. Look at that little cat in the cupcake. And Ange, I have to look it up here. I can't show you, of course, so I'm off screen here. But she's going to be basing a class on, it's a suite of products. I just got to find it. It's like an adventure. I don't know what it's called, adventure something. Oh my gosh, where is it? Coming. Stay tuned. Talk amongst yourselves while I look for it. Oh, there it is. Enjoy the Adventure, Memories and More card pack. So she's going to be using that in her 4 cards for the Sunday add-on class. Okay. So you can take the launch and nothing else, or you can take one or both classes on the Sunday. So they're kind of independent from each other. Okay. So that's today. Let's go over here. Hey guys, here we are. So, oh, I gotta show you. See, here's my hair. My hair cute. It won't be like that ever again. I don't know. I guess that's why they're professionals. Okay. Yeah, it's really gorgeous, Diane. Yeah, it's really beautiful. And we'll give a deal on for customers who are joining our class on the 28th, and on the bundle, right? Hey Gail, how are you? Oh, I'm so happy to see you on here. Are you recovering? Are you doing well? Hope so. You're home and happy in your own little place, hopefully, and you're doing well. Okay. Did I miss anything else? I don't think so. I got everybody, right? Oh, and there, of course, is the phone. And so I am going to. Oh, I was going to get the phone, but I think my husband's home, so I don't have to. I don't have to get off the phone. Get off the call. I was going to hustle off to answer that call. Thank you, Kathy. I saw that you voted for it. I really appreciate you guys, and hopefully you can see how pretty it is in person, right? Let me show you. Like it's hard to capture how gorgeous that paper is. It's just so beautiful. Okay, guys. So when will I see you next? I will see you next, hopefully on Sunday at 10 a.m. But I'm not 100% sure if I'll be live that day or not. My daughter's arriving from Toronto, but I'll post something. So thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you have a great creative day, and I'll see you on Sunday. Bye for now.